Hey, it's Jen, Bitch in a Hurry, Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising Leo for the full moon in Gemini, which is happening on Friday, November 23rd. It's going to be for the time encompassing that. If you're in North America, you'll be able to see it probably Thursday night, the 22nd, which is also Thanksgiving. Now, this full moon in Gemini comes packing heat. This is one of those moons where when people, coined the phrase lunatic because people were acting crazy, this is one of those moons. So a lot of times we're like, oh, the full moon, I'm going to write my intentions and dance in the candlelight. Yeah, this isn't that moon, okay? This is not that moon, and I'm going to tell you why. Mars is going to square Jupiter, so there's good and bad. The good is you're going to be all like, oh, I'm feeling strong and I'm feeling kind of brave. You can't scare me and check me out. I got it going on. The bad is that you can be a little angry, a little frustrated, a little impulsive. You could maybe do things that you normally would not do. You have the risk of losing your temper, being mean, almost ruthless, nasty. And you're a fire sign, so you're going to want to kind of dial it back a little bit. The theme of this entire new moon for me, as I've researched all of this, is think before you act. This is a time where everything kind of comes to a head. If your work and your home life aren't balanced, or things that you need are not balanced with the things that you want, it gives you that exhausting, drained mental energy, which makes you real snappy at people. When you've had way too much coffee and someone asks you something and you're like, what? Because you're in the middle of doing something else. So we want to be really, really careful. You don't want to unleash yourself on other people. The benefit that I've been telling everybody is that you know what's happening. You are going to know that why this energy feels almost vibrational. You're going to be you can feel how weird it feels. Nobody else knows what's going on. People who aren't aware of this have no idea what's happening. And so that's why the other thing I want to tell you too is to this is a time where you're going to want to give people a break, because they're going to act really freaking weird and they're going to irritate the crap out of you. And you're going to already have your own stuff going on, and now other people are acting weird, and it's going to be tough. And it's also Thanksgiving, so people have family stuff going on. They got some drama happening. The key here, one of the key things here, is to find a constructive way to release all of this energy. And I keep telling everybody, exercise, walk, run, lift weights, do something, go play tennis. I don't care what you do, but do something so that you don't take out all of this frustration on people that are around you. Just remember, like I said, everybody else is feeling this weird energy too. So you are totally ahead of the game because you know what's happening. Those days where you wake up and you just feel so weird and you're angry and annoyed and you don't know why? That's how everybody's going to feel. And you guys that are watching this, you know why you feel like this. These other people don't have a clue. They're like, what is wrong with me? Why am I so irritated? Why am I nasty? Why is everybody, the way they breathe making me mad? That's why. The other thing that's happening, this is especially with all the social things that are going on, is the moon is opposing Jupiter. And when that happens, we can be a little less inhibited, a little less guarded with our behaviors and actions. And this is a time where you could be getting attention that you don't necessarily want. Maybe you could say or do things that could cause you embarrassment, especially at work. So be really careful if there are work social outings. You don't want to drink too much. You don't want to get too, you don't want to be talking about people. If you're at a work function and there's somebody that you don't like, this is not the time. This is not the time. You just don't want to bring unwanted attention to yourself that later you will have to apologize for. So, all of that being said, let's get started. Like I said, you guys are in a great position. You have the Emperor. You already know what's going on around you. That's one thing about the Emperor. His finger is on the pulse of everything. He's not missing a trick. And you are armed with all of this information. So this full moon in Gemini is coming. Yes, it's going to be weird. It's going to be a strange, almost like a warrior energy. People are going to act so strangely. You know this going in, so you are in control. And that, I think, is going to be a theme for you guys, is you want to be in control. You really want to know exactly what's happening all around you at all times. Now, we do have the Tower, and the Tower says to me that I don't think this is for you. I think this is near you. This says to me, like, you're going to have some close calls. Like I said, it isn't for you, it's around you. This may be like in your peripheral, because you're the emperor here, right? So you got the emperor. You kind of know what's going on, but you're going to see the destruction that this full moon can cause, because this one in particular is very intense. You're going to see other people, take them as an example, people that are going to act in inappropriate ways. They're going to be getting in trouble at work. They're going to socially be doing things that are not acceptable. They're going to have to apologize. This could be like career ruining, this full moon. So you are in control, Leo. You see what's happening. You're going to witness some of this, but I don't think you're going to be part of it. So go you. I'll tell you, one of the reasons you won't be part of it is because you're fully informed, and you're going to be smart enough to remove yourself from the situation. When you see Tower kind of stuff happening and you see weird stuff going on, you're going to impulsively know to take a step back. And this is what the Four of Swords says. Take some time away, evaluate, back it up a little bit, take a look around, breathe, don't talk. Just, okay, I see what's happening. I understand. Okay. And leave it alone. Leave it alone. Sequester yourself away, because you are going to see this stuff is going to be happening all around you. Now, while you are sequestered away, it's a great time to take a little bit of a moment and plan. Look around. You can see behind you. You've come from a certain direction. You know where you're going. So you're taking some time away. Other people are like crashing and burning around you, but you're going to go, okay, what's my next step? It's a good time for you to evaluate. What do I need to change? Because this moon also brings a feeling of like, we need some more spontaneity in our lives. We need some more fun. We need a little bit of a change. What's next? This card says what's next. So while you're watching people around you crash and burn, and you're seeing like this stuff happen, you're going to take some time away and think about your future. Where am I going next? You're just going to kind of like buzz by all this weird energy. This weird energy is going to kind of happen. You're going to be like, ooh, over there. Oh, yep. Oh, I just missed it over here. Oh no, thank you. Let it go by. That's kind of what your strategy is going to be for all of this. You have the Nine of Cups, which is a giant emotional fulfillment. It's almost at the realization of like the 10, which is, happy family, marriage, life. You're very, very close to something that you really want, and you don't want anything to get in your way. So during this time when you're watching people like crash and burn and crazy stuff is happening, you focus on what's important to you. That is going to carry you right through. You have the King of Wands, and somebody else got this too. The King of Wands is full of charisma. Like, you cannot lose. Midas touch kind of action. And you're a fire sign, so this you can identify with this. You have all the momentum going for you, and you also have this kind of charm where people just really can't say no to you. So I've said this in a few other readings, where other people are crashing and burning and doing all these horrible things. You are going to be presented with opportunities that they are losing, and it just is what it is. It's like I was saying in business, if a certain retailer makes a mistake and you're unhappy with the result of that, you don't go back. It's the same kind of thing. Other people will make mistakes in business, and people will not go back, and maybe they will come to you. You should not feel bad about taking that. You do also have the Death card, which tells me that there's going to be some things that you're going to leave behind during this time. And I think that because there's so much weird stuff going on around you, you're going to be able to be like I said before, oh, no, thank you, let it go. Stuff that normally you might engage in, stuff that normally you might have an opinion about, or you might get in the middle of, you're going to be like, yeah, I'm all set. Thanks so very much. And you're just going to kind of let it go by you. And we do have the Eight of Swords. You want to be careful while you're busy avoiding everything, that you don't avoid everything in the whole wide world and put yourself into like a little prison, because you do have here where you kind of sequester yourself and take a break, and that's fine. But don't be there so long that you do this, where you're like in your own prison and you don't see a way out because you're bound up by fear that you don't want to make a mistake or you don't want to act crazy. Yes, it's a weird time. The full moon in Gemini is strange behavior. People are going to act very weird, and you don't want to be one of them, and I get that. But don't bind yourself up here, because you can see you can get out. So if you start to feel like you're operating out of a place of fear, you're smarter than that. Fly up, get out, and move on. Now, watching the stuff around you can make you feel bad. You have this Five of Cups. You can get kind of that energy where you start to feel kind of sad for the things that you're seeing. And, you have empathy for other people, and you see them people making mistakes, and you're like, oh my gosh, stop. But if you try to tell them, it's not really going to help them anyways. You see here, there's a couple of these cups. They still have water in them, and they even have little fishies. So I get that these other ones are spilled and that you feel bad about that. But just know this too shall pass. You still have some good stuff to look forward to. And here you're planning your future, Yeah, things are going to kind of go by you. Like I said, when you see like this tower stuff happen to other people, you're going to be like, oh gosh. And like this may be you feeling guilty going, I'm really glad that wasn't me. I think that may be what that is. But that all of this being said, these tower moments passing you by, this death card that says like it's time when those things pass you by to let them go for good. Don't go chase them down and pick them back up. That is going to present you with this Ace of Swords, which is a new opportunity, and it's a big one. It's something that's going to engage not only you business-wise, but I think mentally it's going to really engage you, and it's really exciting for you. It's something that you're going to be able to take advantage of because you have let this other stuff go. You've let this other stuff go that's in the past, or these other people with their problems and their tower moments and all their drama that they're bringing you. You're going to kind of let that go, and you're going to be able to emerge, as this King of Wands here. Boom. I got the Midas touch. You can't say no to me. What do I want? This opportunity will present itself, and you will be able to scoop it right up. And like I said, you started out with the Emperor. Where are you going? You can't lose. Can't wait to hear how this all goes for you, Leo. I will talk to you soon.